Okay, closing the loop on my search for the perfect finesse spinning rod, I landed on the new Expride EXS610ML medium light. Shouldn't really be a surprise. The previous generation Expride 610 was my main finesse rod since it came out in 2017, and I landed the biggest smallie of my life on that rod. This fish was almost certainly over 6 pounds. Definitely in a different class from the other 21-inch plus fish I've caught over the years. Here she's swimming away a little sluggish, but I know she's okay because 2 weeks later I caught her again. The old Expride A also pulled in a few other PBs over the years. So with this track record, pedigree, and element of nostalgia, of course I had to get my hands on the new Expride when they were released in early 2022. The Expride B addresses the two glaring shortcomings of the Poison Adrena and Legit Design Wildside. The Real Sea ergonomics and the taper are both absolutely perfect on this rod. The EVA is replaced by Shimano's signature monocoque butt. The blank is left unfinished, and those two elements together does seem to make this rod slightly more sensitive than the previous version. Not to mention shaving off almost 1/4 of an ounce from the overall weight. The foregrip is tapered perfectly, so if you're holding the rod with 3 or 4 fingers ahead of the reel stem, there's plenty of material inside your palm to stabilize the rod while you're working a lure or fighting a fish. Here's the tip action of the Expride 610 medium light. And this is very important to me because I do a lot of finesse shaking, whether it's on a drop shot or light jig head rig. That lively tip and balance of this rod lends itself to excellent control while shaking the slack. So here's the first 5-pounder I landed on this rod. Hopefully it wouldn't be the last.
Good Lord.
Now, despite all the chatter on the forums about how the new Expride fishes heavier than the old ones, this 610 medium light has the exact same taper in my hands as the previous generation rod. If anything, it's a touch softer through the midsection, which I do prefer. And here I'm using 8-pound leader, throwing small swim baits on a 3/16 ounce head, something I normally do on my 7'6" steezes with straight fluorocarbon. But I only brought one spinning rod with me that day, and the Expride got the job done. This might not be apparent from the footage, but the way this rod loads is completely predictable. I can apply constant pressure and not feel like my hook is about to pull out or my line's about to break. It really does feel like an extension of my arm while fighting fish. Now, insofar as this is a specific review on a particular model rod, I hope you guys enjoy the process of elimination that went into finding my perfect finesse rod. This would apply to any rod or reel, or even line, hook, any element in general for whatever technique that you get into. I'm not saying you should go through 4 rods in a year for every technique, but if you happen to discover a bait or method that speaks to you and gets bit, it's not a bad idea to explore your options a bit and find the best tool for the job. I'm kind of at that place right now with cranking, and maybe next winter I'll release a series on the search for the perfect mid-depth crankbait rod. Something like that. No one's going to watch it because this channel is not really geared for freshwater, but that's where I really do a lot of my pondering and tinkering when it comes to fishing. In any case, thanks for watching. Just a few more freshwater videos to slog through this winter, and I'm going to start ramping up the fluke and saltwater content on this channel. Alright, see you guys on the next one.